Sad news in the entertainment world tonight, right? That's right. We lost a brother, man, Chadwick Boseman.
All that 70 million group of young people who will come out and vote. I believe in you. I think you can turn our nation around. You can make it live up to what it's supposed to do. It's not just that you're the future. You're actually the present. You're actually what we're supposed to be at this moment. And the fact that you have a voice, the fact that you can have a say, you vote for whoever you want for, vote for what you believe in. But I believe that the majority of you can see what's actually happening and you want things to change. So I say all that to say, thank you in advance for your input and the victory that is to come. Grandma's hands clapped in church on Sunday morning. Grandma's hands played the tambourine so well. Grandma's hands used to issue out a warning. She say, "Chad, don't you run so fast. Might fall on a piece of glass. Might be snakes there in that grass." Grandma's hands.
And that's Chadwick Boseman, star of Black Panther. That's authentic.
Go with that. I love that. I love the entry.
Chadwick Boseman comes with the pride.
That would have been because this is crazy with the mask on and stuff. The slow motion reaction at this dunk.
The tomahawk to a windmill is what he was going for.
And we've told you Boseman filmed parts of the movie that made him a huge superstar, Black Panther, right here in Metro Atlanta. While he was filming that movie, he took a very special trip to Cobb County to visit a little boy battling cancer. The day Alicia Smith told me she'll never forget, the day one of her students met his superhero.
And as soon as Chadwick walked in the door, Ian jumped up and just started screaming, "Black Panther! Black Panther!"
It was April of 2017. Chadwick Boseman was in town to film Black Panther and took a break to visit Ian Hopgood at his Cobb County school.
And I came in and he came and he hugged me. It's like literally, I think it's the best response I've ever gotten as far as the character goes. So, thank you.
You're welcome.
Ian was battling cancer. At the time, no one knew that Chadwick was too.
Impressing everyone is the fact that he kept his illness from all his famous co-stars and directors. Black Panther director Ryan Coogler posted, "Because he was a caretaker, a leader, and a man of faith, dignity, and pride, he shielded his collaborators from his suffering." In his too brief career, Boseman brought to life historic figures like Jackie Robinson and James Brown. But it's his role as the Black Panther that has made him an icon. He visited sick children at St. Jude's Hospital in 2018, keeping secret the special bond he shared with the cancer-stricken children.
I remember walking across this yard on what seemed to be a random day, my head down, lost in my own world of issues, like many of you do daily. I'm almost at the center of the yard. I raised my head and Muhammad Ali was walking towards me. Time seemed to slow down as his eyes locked on mine and opened wide. He's raised his fist into a quintessential guard. I was game to play along with him, to act as if I was a worthy opponent. What an honor to be challenged by the GOAT, the greatest of all time, for a brief moment. His face was as serious as if I were Frazier in the Thriller in Manila. His movements His movements or flashes of a past greater than I can imagine. His security let the joke play along for a second before they ushered him away. And I walked away floating like a butterfly. I walked away amused at him, amused at myself, amused at life for this moment that almost no one would ever believe. I walked away light, ready to take on the world. That is the magic of this place. Almost anything can happen here. Throughout ancient times, institutions of learning have been built on top of hills to convey that great struggle is required to achieve degrees of enlightenment. Each of you had your own unique difficulties with the hill. For some of you, the challenge was academics. And I want to say something to that. You know, sometimes your grades don't give a real indication of what your greatness might be. For others, it was financial. You and your family struggled to make ends meet. You had to work an extra job or two. But you're here. For a lot of you, your hardest struggle was social. Some of you never fit in. You were never as cool and as popular as you wanted to be. And it bothers you. So your social struggles here became psychological. Even though you made it up the hill, you carried the baggage of rejection with you. But you're here. Or some of you went through something traumatic. You made it to the top of the hill, but not without scars and bruises. Some of you fit in too much. You waited until the last minute to do your best work, and it's a wonder that you made it up the hill at all because you carried the baggage of too much acceptance. Most of you graduating here today struggled against one or more of the impediments or obstacles I mentioned in order to reach this hilltop. When completing a long climb, one first experiences dizziness, disorientation, and shortness of breath due to the high altitude. But once you become accustomed to the climb, your mind opens up to the tranquility of the triumph. Most of you need some realizations because right now you have some big decisions to make. Right now, I urge you, in your breath, in your eyes, in your consciousness, invest in the importance of this moment and cherish it. I know some of you might have partied last night. You should celebrate, but this moment is also part of that celebration. So savor the taste of your triumphs today. Don't just swallow the moment whole without digesting what has actually happened here. Look down over what you conquered and appreciate what God has brought you through. You would rather find purpose than a job or a career. Purpose crosses disciplines. Purpose is an essential element of you. It is the reason you are on the planet at this particular time in history. Your very existence is wrapped up in the things you are here to fulfill. Whatever you choose for a career path, remember the struggles along the way are only meant to shape you